Well, it would seem we're back, and talk about a shambles of a way to start out. But that being said, we are back in the air, on the air. How long that's going to last depends entirely on what we can do to correct it. Whoop. You know, this is the sad part in my eyes. We have a world here where people find it entertaining to create this kind of complication. I have no idea why. Okay, other than boredom or something to that effect. You know, there's a simple rule. Karmic law: do unto others as you desire them to do unto you. Now, my brother used to have a phenomenal virus scanner, an absolutely brilliant one that would hunt down other people's computers if he got attacked. His own antivirus work, was such it would burn other people's computers. Not just the it wouldn't just create a problem, it would cook the motherboard and the hard drives. Now, right now I have one person, there's one person in the chat room, and I don't know who it is at this point. Nathan, okay. You are back. Now we go as a moderator, and that is the strongest one I can give you there, Nathan. I've just popped you in as a managing moderator. That should give you as much freedom as you can get away with. Because let's face it, with my lack of technical knowledge, and I do know that when, who do we got in? Missouri, how we doing? Let us see here. Yeah, I put this mess into a problem. Shadow, welcome back. Yeah, we're doing our best here, but this is so far beyond my wheelhouse that I have pulled everybody, and I'm just reinstating people as I go along. But something to keep in mind, guys, especially for those of you that are moderators, if you see a problem child, okay, especially one that I don't see, for pity's sakes, absolutely knock them out of the equation. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going to make this work, I literally require the backup if at all possible. I do know when, well, do keep an eye on. Yeah, and I spoke directly to Robert White himself. Farron, how you doing? My apologies for the mix-up here. No idea what to do with it. What do we got here? So this is clearly going to be a bit of a problem. We can put that over there. Derek, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Yeah, it's a fiasco here tonight. Talk about a statement. I keep calling this place a microcosm. Now, of the real world, the massive majority of people are really good. Okay, and then you get the occasional wingnut. And I don't know if that's a good word for people or not. Got over it pretty quick, though. Yeah, I got no problem with that, Shadow. I just don't know how to go about it. Derek, this is where we run into an interesting situation. As far as I know, yes, but I have no way of telling you. Thanks, Missouri man. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I work with Avast, and I'll be calling them tomorrow and getting them to see it to go over the whole dang thing. I mean, yeah, Derek, I'm in the middle of changing passcodes to everything. You know, like every account that I've got, I'm in the middle of changing codes for. It's just, I look at this going, you know, one problem child, yeah, they get attention for a period, but once I know who they are, I have no qualms at this point about removing it. And this is why I say, as I figure out, as people come in, as a matter of fact, no. Absolutely agree there, Derek. I have no idea. Give me a second, Nathan. I will double check. There's one possibility. I'm going to be right back. Okay, Nathan. The one person that might be able to get into it as admin has stepped out for the evening.
Okay, well, ask him or her if they know how to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and get off the line because I don't see any activity right now. Everything seems to be working. And that guy gone is not here now.
Yeah. Okay.
Something I suggest is go back to the other stream that got shut down, or that you shut down, and take screenshots of the chat. If you can't just copy paste it.
I don't even know how to find it. I can't, yo, that's going to be fun.
Let me see if I can do it from here. I should have taken a couple of screenshots of myself being blocked. But I didn't. Hold on. I'm still looking. Okay. The other one is still there. I'm going to... The live chat is not ready to be replayed. It should be there in a little while.
Yeah.
It takes time for YouTube to process it.
Yeah, it's usually an hour or so.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still a firm believer that I'm still a firm believer that my brother, my older brother, he's passed now, had the right idea. You know, he had a wicked way of dealing with problem people.
Oh, yeah, reaching out through their computer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he cooked the motherboard and the hard drives. It was great. Mm-hmm. Chad, how you doing? But yeah, Nathan.
Go ahead and hang up, okay?
Okay, doke.
All right, I'm still in the chat room. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, keep an eye on it if you would, please. I've got you as a managing moderator.
I will as best I can.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, ciao. Raven. Okie doke, I'll wait till you get back. Well, this started off as a botch job. You know, the reality of it from my standpoint is this. Okay. Just a couple of comments coming in on Messenger here as well. Yeah, Derek, tomorrow I will be phoning Avast, which is my that is my antivirus people. I will be phoning them and making certain that's all running from their end. Where are we here? Oh, yeah, Chad. Speaking of which, it was suggested that I actually remove that little problem. Okay, just simply pull everyone. So I am putting back the ones I know are stable. I just have to wait for them to come back in. And Chad, that should solve that problem momentarily. Okay, just waiting, Chad. You should be coming online as a moderator anytime now. And let's go for live. It takes a moment or two, from what I gather. Raven, okay. Now, again, like I said, there are people that I know are not a problem and have really helped. Raven, you are now back in as a moderator. I just have to wait for it to show up so you can do anything. Not impressed, in case you couldn't tell. You know, the sad part about it is when I made the comment that this is a microcosm of the world, the massive majority of people are really good people. Absolutely, Shadow. If you guys are up to it, as soon as we're done this stream, I'll be open to do that. Oh, that is not nice, Derek. That is not nice. Having that kind of food and not bringing enough for everybody. You know, Derek's just saying, on a side note, we're having hot dogs and kielbasa smoked sausages. Good choice for supper, really. But no, there was another issue I was planning on dealing with. Yeah. Nathan goes, all I got is a banana. Yeah, Chad, I will actually be changing all of my passwords on my computer. Now, where am I? Go back to here. And he's just popping. Iwaks, we have a problem child that comes in now, and I have no idea whether I've ticked somebody off, which was my first bet. The second option is somebody's just plain bored. Okay, and there you are, Raven. So do your best not to take offense to that. It's just I spoke to 3 different people that all said the same thing. You know, share everybody's moderator status to break the line, and then pop back in. So I shared everybody off, and I'm just installing them as they come back. But I have missed a few things here. What have we got? Yeah, that's all terminated. Robert, how you doing? Was a real pleasure talking to you the other day. I'll tell you, I was not planning on being on the line that long. Uh-oh. Terry's going, our cat is Miss Piggy. I'm guessing that means that your cat is stuffing his face. What am I looking for here? Oh, I know what I was looking for. I was looking for this. Because much as I am not impressed, there are some links that have been missed here that I am going to pop in. And these are all links to people that, honestly, from my standpoint, drop in, give them a listen. If you like what they have to say, come right out and give them a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel and then share the daylights out of the thing. Okay, because it is this sharing that is going to help turn this world around. It's going to put things back on track. And there is Nathan's. The first one I popped up there was Space Out Radio, which is where everything started, really. And there is Nathan's, and this is the link to Chad's archives. And again, drop in, give him a listen. If you like what he has to say, do give him a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the daylights out of the thing. And where, pray tell, is... we are looking for... right there. This is Raven's channel. So absolutely drop in, give her a listen. If you like what she has to say, do give her a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the daylights out of the thing. Okay, talk about a choppy way to start the day. And unfortunately, this is one of those things that being behind the 8 ball doesn't work well. Something else that caused the problem in the couple of things just to keep an eye out, and this is literally... yeah, that's what she was saying, Nathan. Yes, you absolutely do, Raven. That would be greatly appreciated. Quite frankly, in this case, you can actually pop it up there if you've got it. For those of you that are moderators, very important little factor, and this applies to everybody. I've been very clear that I am myself Christian. I do believe in God. I do believe in Christ. Probably better than most. Okay. Now, that being said, I'm not about to tolerate this idea of any one religion, of any form of religion. I don't care. Not a one of them. I just don't want to bother with this idea. You must follow this book. No, you must not. Or more to the point, you don't have to follow any book that you don't agree with. Ultimately, Robert, that's exactly the case. I'm all for people saying, hey, I believe in God or I don't. Be my guest. That said, I'm not about to talk, guys. You guys that are moderators, if you see somebody that's going, you have to believe in this. If you don't believe in this, then, you're whatever. Those people can go away. Okay, they can absolutely be tossed into a timeout. And this is one of those boundaries that I'm just no longer interested in in dealing with. Derek, you do that on you've witnessed that, the crucifixion during an NDE. You should try it from my end. I remember the time. Like, I remember that period of time all too well. As in one of my past life memories covers that time frame extremely well. Oh. Terry, welcome aboard. And absolutely not. Okay, Terry's asking, Keith, do people go to hell for eternity if they don't believe in Jesus? Here's a nice little part there. Okay. Terry, here's a nice little part. You're told, if you follow the Bible, you're told that you're going to hell for eternity or you go to heaven for eternity. The funny part about it, I can tell you this, because been there, done that. You don't have to believe me. But absolutely, Derek, go and enjoy. We'll see you when you get back. I can tell you when you get there, you're going to forget this anyway. But as soon as you remember that you're not pinned there, you can leave. Okay. You're absolutely not locked there for life. And of course, the neat part is if you don't believe in Jesus, it's quite possible you don't believe in hell. At which point it really takes away the idea of whether you go there or not. Absolutely, Derek. I'm not exactly going anywhere. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Nathan. And we have Raven's new stream, new actual channel up. So absolutely drop in, give her a listen. If you like what she has to say, do something, give her a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the daylights out of it. Now, from here on out, we're going to see what we can do. Where am I here? Let's minimize that. Oh, this one I got to shut down because it got terminated. And I just don't need this one anymore. So we take this and we go. I'm trying to get my other page up. Yeah, Raven, just remember one little thing. It's not the quantity. The one thing I can tell you from my end is get on a pattern, if you will. So even if you're only doing one video a week, okay, it's not a race. It's not the quantity, it's the quality that's going to matter the most. Now, I am doing my level best to get to get the current stream up so I can see what's going on. Okay. Now we're back in with the other one. There we go. Now, like I said, first and foremost, yes, I want to take a look at rebuilding society, but we start here. And this is where moderators come in handy. Susan, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Oh, Sovereign. We had a problem. Somebody's been coming in, and welcome back, by the way, Sovereign. We have come back. We had a problem with somebody coming into the stream and doing that to a lot of people. We're in the middle of trying to correct it. And one of the things, the blocking of, we don't know entirely who was responsible, but we do know absolutely that there was a whole lot. Okay, well, the one thing that, the one thing I will stand on very wholeheartedly, because I am doing my level best to make this a safe place, to keep it a safe place for everybody. And that said, do I have any problem? What do we got here? Do I have any problem with people specifically at this point? Cannot be certain, but I will tell you, where it comes to religious perspectives, everybody is literally entitled to believe what they will. Am I Christian? Absolutely. Do I believe in Christ? You bet. However, I will not tolerate people going, anybody going, myself included, you must follow this book. Not going to happen. Okay, that kind of a push will result in me having people, and I've already told the moderators in the room, we get that kind of push from anybody, and we will simply pull them. Okay, because the fact of the matter is, religion has to be it's got to be a personal thing. Okay, and there is no one, with the amount that I've studied, okay, with the amount of different religions I've talked to people about, one thing I have come to understand is literally every religion that I've looked at, be it Christianity, Judaism, Sikh, what is it? Like, I don't know all the different names. Muslim, the Hare Krishnas, all of them. Okay. Okay, well, that being what, go there and we go. Okay, the one that just, and thank you so much for that, Robert. I just tossed the other one. So guys, keep an eye open. Yeah, we definitely have a problem. And yeah, like I said, Robert, and I told the people before you came online. Thanks, Nathan. Now what do we got? Okay, thanks, Robert. I appreciate it. Yeah, Robert just said he was gone. Yeah, Robert just popped in there. Nathan. Sorry, Shadow. That anybody else coming in as Robert White isn't him. Nothing like an annoyance. Well, actually, there's a lot that's like an annoyance. Yeah, speaking of changing passwords and what have you, I just did that YouTube itself. I just did that yesterday. What do I got going on here? Let's turn this volume back on. Okay, that's going to create an echo, but that's because I got my own stream running on my computer. That's just going to annoy me. There we go. Hopefully that works. I just wish I had some, like, this is where a lack of technological knowledge is a pain in the neck. I am curious. Yeah, what is that? Nope, don't want to do that. Well, I appreciate that, Nathan. You know, you'd think people that had the brains to actually do this sort of thing would not be this shallow. Susan, how you doing? Oh, Susan just going, if someone is hacking Robert White, must mean your live stream is stepping on toes. In other words, you're over the target. Yeah, I definitely don't have the Google specific. I was, who the heck was I talking to? Oh, I forget. We walked through it the other day. No, I like this does absolutely. You know, this definitely throws me for a bit of a loop because, you know, the reality is that there are topics that will upset some people. Absolutely. You know, and I make no bones about it. I'm a firm believer that, frankly, do unto others as you desire them to do unto you. Okay. And like I said, most of the people here are absolutely fantastic. You know, the one issue that I do find, now there's got to be a way to do that. What is that? Yeah. Nathan goes, the rules get hard to remember sometimes, Keith, especially when angry. I agree with you there, Susan. You know, I absolutely agree with you. And of course, unfortunately, in my case, I run into an interesting problem because I already know Tech and I have an argument. Okay. Which, and I've seen people with, like, that are very well versed in computers take a look at the way they react around me and go, how is that even possible? And I can't even begin to explain that one. Absolutely, Shadow. Do enjoy your show. And thanks so much for your help and for dropping in. Have a great night there. It's things like this that make me look at the whole stream and go, well, is there much point if I'm going to have this much of a problem? And it's only one person, I'm certain of it. I'm certain it's only one person. But the reality of it is that it creates an interesting complication. And what is... I just gotta see what time it is. Did everything. And there we are. The reality of it is, I look at it this way. Okay. We have a world out there where the massive majority of people are really decent people trying to make the world better, trying to leave a better mark for when they leave than they have when they got here. And I have not, it's because of the support that I get from the massive majority of people here, and like I said, there's a couple of areas that are, YouTube has made it very clear that you don't touch medical. Okay. I am making it very clear that we don't touch the idea of who, you can absolutely say, I believe in God, I believe in, I worship God, I worship whoever. Go ahead. It's a question of saying this is the only path. Or if you're not following this, you're going to hell. I can tell you, been to hell, great hot tub. Well, hot tub isn't too hot. Oh, okay. What do we got here? No, I wonder if I've got that right here. I was going through some paperwork, and I'm looking at a stack right here that I think I made a note on. I just have to take a look at this stuff and eliminate some of it as I go, because I gotta go and double check what I had written. Might be in the stack behind me, because I remember seeing that there, Nathan, and I know I made some notes on it, and not in this stack. So hopefully puts it right here. Yeah, I'm standing over here. Oh, you can see me. Okay. Because I made some notes the other day. I was looking at it. I know which ones you're talking about. And I'm just drawing a blank right offhand, but this is why I make notes on things. See, the thing is, for thousands of years, and I mean like literally in excess of 10,000, and this isn't a recent battle, but we've been taught one thing and led down an intriguing path that, quite frankly, is counterproductive. Oh, okay, that's one of those ones I need to deal with. There we are. Nathan, you're looking at I'm in the middle of pulling the information together. Like I mentioned, I came across a lot of paper on UFO alien races, technologies, this sort of thing that is literally an inch thick. Okay, but the people you're talking about, the 10-foot shadows, okay, let's see here. There we are. Yeah, we are dealing with you're dealing with a group that are literally known as well, where are we here? As the Darkon. Yeah, they're basically they've only just arrived in the area. And when I say just arrived, I mean apparently about 6 months ago is when they first got into the area. And what you're seeing is their scouts coming down, and they don't really understand the whole system just yet. But I'm starting to pull that information together. Yeah, they are literally, those are their scouts. But understand, when I talk about scouts, we are not talking military scouts. We are talking about simply the first people that are, if you will, the lead scientists. They are, let me put it this way. Do it this way, that way you don't have to worry. It's pronounced Archon, but it's spelled this way. There you go. Yeah, well, more to the point, they're not malevolent. At this point, at this point, I'm not sensing any negativity from them, more curiosity. Okay, they do have one little problem. It's a good thing that they on the whole are non-corporeal. Okay, I suspect, I don't know for certain, but I suspect they may well be a holographic projection, like not physically on the planet at this point. Okay, but they are just trying to get a handle on things because they are not used to dealing with people that are only 5 feet tall, 5-6 feet tall. Oh, that one I've already checked into, Nathan. The answer is yes. Okay, however, they have been told that they're not supposed to be that visible. It causes too many problems. But there's a lot of new races coming into the area. Okay, and would that I could draw what I can see. But I'm working on that. That's the nice part about it. Well, first and foremost, Raven, there is no quarantine around the planet. Okay, the quarantine you're referring to is the off-worlders are forbidden to pose as gods. Okay, they are forbidden completely to take on the mantle of godhood. Okay, and have been told in very simple terms. Okay, very detailed terms as to what happens if they do. So these guys, as long as somebody doesn't come in going, I am your God, bow down and fall and worship me. Even the one God himself that I did meet, and I call him the one I believe in anyway, even he turned around and says, I'm not about to tell you have to worship me. That's where freedom of choice comes in. Okay, so no, this issue of the planet is quarantined. If it's quarantined, I'll tell you, we've got one heck of a problem on the quarantine. It's kind of like going, with the amount of traffic coming and going from Earth. Again, don't mean just the off-worlders. I mean the number of humans that are launching rockets and getting off the planet. Okay. For a planet that's been quarantined, there is a staggering amount of traffic. And yes, essentially, Susan, you're looking at what would amount to the Prime Directive. See, the dominant surface dwelling, technologically advanced race on a given planet are the caretakers. They are not the owners, but they are the caretakers. And that means that in this case, when we're looking at Earth, humans are the ones that are supposed to be taking care of the planet. Absolutely, in my opinion, doing an absolutely pathetic job of it. But that's my personal opinion. I've seen where this mess goes. Nathan, the unfortunate part is that most of the time you're running into all sorts of interesting things. Ultimately, Raven, yes. Christine, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Ultimately, see, if you think about it, the universe itself is absolutely, it was set up in a very logical, very definitive fashion. Then, when all of creation was given free will and free choice, and bear in mind, humans are not the only ones that have free choice or free will, but nobody has freedom from consequence. Therefore, the chaos factor came in the moment free choice was introduced, free will. Okay, and this is why when you have people with the abilities that humans have, Nathan's going, are any humans on a kind of do not contact? Are any of us banned from contact? As far as I'm aware of, no. Okay, there are some people that have tried. There are some people that have tried to do things that are where they're not listening. And if somebody is not listening to what they're told, yeah, they will absolutely be ignored. But in your case, Nathan, let's just, let's face it, Nathan. From your standpoint, no. Every time you've asked a question, every time you've done, it's been ultimately with as much respect as you can get away with, in a genuine interest in the technology behind it. So I really can't see you being banned or blacklisted or anything like that. Susan's just going, busted. I'm a Trekkie from 65. I thought it didn't air until 67, but that's okay. The nice part about it is that, and I know for an absolute certainty that most of the people in this room are not on any sort of a list. Of course, do understand, if a human is of the mental capacity to start intentionally hacking computers, you can bet your bottom dollar that the off-worlders are not going to make contact with them, because the damage they can do, if they can figure it out, is mind-boggling. Nathan goes, I was worried that that call got me blocked. No, I honestly don't get the feeling it did. I know that Dave had an encounter at one point that got the guy that contacted him shipped back home for a while, but Dave himself wasn't blocked. Because you got to remember, we can ask for contact all we desire. Okay, you really can. But it's the people on the other end that have to actually initiate the contact. Okay, and they're the ones that get in trouble because they're the ones that have, as was just stated a minute ago, I think it was Susan that stated it, about the prime directive. Humans don't have a prime directive. Okay, humans barely have a directive, at least in my experience. But what we're dealing with is an ongoing, and now we're seeing the accelerated version of what happened way back, 2,000 years ago. Susan goes, I'm favorite on my list. Well, I will tell you, Susan, where it comes, people ask about best friends. Who's your best friend? I'm telling you, I am my own best friend. Okay. I've got a couple of people I know. My closest friend happens to be local. But let's face it, I've known him for 20 years. But, when I look at this, the fiasco that's going on in here, with the problems we've been running into recently, is just a royal pain in the neck from my end. It goes so far outside my knowledge. I've got to really watch it because the problem is if I get too agitated, never mind my heart having a problem, my computer is going to croak on me. And I just don't feel like having that happen either. So I mean, ultimately, and this is why I say, with you guys that I've got you back in as moderators, absolutely keep an eye open for problem children. And like I said, where it comes to belief structures, you're entitled to your own. Absolutely. Okay. Because everybody has value. Some, there are some that, I've got a very low opinion of, but I do my best to bite my tongue on that. I'm not good at biting my tongue, in case you hadn't noticed. But we have to, if we're going to change this world, we have to change the local one first. So I was quite happy with my with the newsletter. It is growing. Okay. And that's one that is now only digital. Oh, there you go. And I'm presuming that you don't have, technically speaking or literally speaking, I'm guessing, Susan, that you don't have somebody that is home when you get there, or at least not that you're expecting to be home. See, I know when I come through the door, I do call out and let the kids know I'm here. But that has more to do with the fact that, quite frankly, I got two boys living with me. It's just a royal pain in the neck, some of what I've got to deal with. But I will be getting a hold of Avast, which is the virus, that's the antivirus people that I've got on my computer. And I'll get them to go through it and make sure it's running properly. I was supposed to be looking at a few things, and then this whole thing fell apart, which annoys the heck out of me. But we are looking at, I'll have to do it tonight now. Oh, there you go. See, I'm slowly getting plants to grow, or at least trying to. Let's see what this one's doing. No, that was still damp. See, where it comes to plants, I can usually kill a plant in 3 days. these two that I've got in here seem to be holding their own. But yeah, I was supposed to be looking at, and technically we are. Well, literally we are looking at I'm looking at society itself and where the boundaries have to be. And like I said, I have no doubt if you've got a green thumb, Raven, a flower shop would not seem like work. Working in a flower shop, oh, you'll be happy to know on this one. Well, maybe. But my youngest is going after his certificate in horticulture. And I think he's going further than that, but that's where he's horticulture and landscaping. And for the first time, I think in an extremely long time, he does seem to be rather excited about it. But that starts on Monday. For me, if I can keep a plant alive, I'm quite happy. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the other one here. This would be Yldrbac here. And yeah. See, this little chap here is Yldrbac. But he's still moist, so I'm not adding any more water until he starts to dry out a bit. Absolutely, they do, Raven. Okay. Unfortunately, they also respond to energetic emanations, and when I get too stressed, it can cause a bit of a problem. The nice part about it, now where am I sitting here? Oh, look at that. We are at 581 subscribers. I'm wondering, Raven, is that the one where he had the 3 rooms? Is that the guy that had the 3 rooms of plants? One was left alone. One, there was a whole pile of positive stuff. Singing, laughing. Other room that was absolutely full of fighting, arguments, real negative, angry music. Okay. I don't know if it was this individual. Don't know if it was Clive Baxter that did it. I only remember the event. There was a second guy that did the same thing with groups of 10 trees in his orchard. Susan goes, I grew up in my family flower shop, but we had the Loch Ness Monster there. Welcome back, Derek. Well, took me 37 minutes. Me full. That's a wonderful way to look at it there, Derek. Yeah, I've eaten way too much today myself. So I just won't be eating anything more tonight. But on the other hand, I turn around and, and I'm literally, I'm in the process of dropping weight because last year I was aiming for 180. I didn't get it. Okay, but I did drop 20 pounds. So this year I'm actually pushing to drop down to 170. And see how that goes. Yeah, I hear Nutella is really good. I personally don't like chocolate. So it becomes a bit of a problem. But I do know, that reminds me, my son asked me to get him some, and I keep forgetting to. So tomorrow I will probably end up going out to get Nutella for the house. I don't eat the stuff. Yeah, see, when it comes to World War II, there was a lot about that. I knew some people that had gone through World War II. I had a good friend here, right, that literally was on Normandy Beach. But the fact of the matter is, all of us have experiences. All of us have different setups. Thank you so much, Susan. And where are we here? Okay. Yeah, what did that wrong? Okay, Susan, I just removed that particular and that one. Now, let's see if we can do. Whoop. Hopefully, this doesn't fire you out. It shouldn't if that's not you. Well, I can see this is going to be an ongoing problem. And I haven't quite figured out how to deal with that. Okay, Susan, are you still in the chat room? Yes, I just timed Susan out. Hopefully, like I timed out the one that should have been timed. But I just timed out the Susan that is attached to what Susan was saying wasn't her. Okay, but I don't know if that popped her. I have that popped her out at the same time. If it did, my apologies. Oh, perfect, Susan. Thank you. I am doing my best to try and figure this sort of thing out, but at least I know that works. Okay. And again, Susan, I wish it wasn't happening to you, but absolutely, if you say something that you didn't say, let us know and we'll remove her. This week we've got a problem. In case you couldn't tell by the stream, we've got a genius in the stream that is creating problems. You know, fortunately, I'm keeping my stress level down with a lot of help from the moderators and other people in this room. You know, it's helping keep my stress level down to a minimum. Net result, not as big a chance of a heart attack. Yeah, Christine, whoever this wingnut is, he's still creating a problem. The how, no idea. Okay, but you can bet your bottom dollar. You know, well, much as the apology is accepted, I'm laying odds you're not the one doing it. Where are we here? Connie, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Oh, okay. Connie is the ferret. I do not know what's going on right now. We got a problem in here, ferret. You know, and we got like pretty much everybody is jumping in and trying to take a look at it. Now, this is actually me. That is actually me typing that in because I wanted to see what the whole thing looks like. Gotta let it roll up one more so I can see it. Oh, mine doesn't even have the 3 dots. I'm guessing that's because I'm me. Oh, wait a minute, it's over there. Oh, okay. Go on channel, pin the message, and remove. Okay, I just wanted to know what it looked like on those 3 dots. I get a kick out of that on the one on my actual live feed. Okay, ferret. Am I reading that right? That this Connie Davies is a doppelganger of you? Like that's not you. Okay, well, this one's easy enough to solve. Okay, let us see. Okay, Nathan, will you be kind enough to pop? To say the least, this is annoying. Okay, what just popped in? Just got your message, Christine. Hence why I'm holding on to my phone. Me. Yeah, and that's, I understand entirely where you're coming from. Where are we here? The definition of fun, I think, is a little lost. Okay, thanks, Nathan. I do appreciate it. Well, if this individual's intention is to shut the stream down, he may well manage it for a little while. Because, quite frankly, I don't know how to cope with it, and this is just a waste of time for everybody. The reality is, guys, I am going to be keeping the newsletter up and running, but the newsletter is a little hard to hack anything from. I agree with you there, Susan. This isn't a question of, in my eyes, it's not a question of buying into fear. It's a question of not being able to do anything with it. When you don't know who's saying what, making any headway is going to be a problem. Yeah, Raven, that would probably be a good idea. That would be appreciated. Because he may be able to do something, well, the odds are he'll be able to do just about anything. Matter of fact, I can get a hold of Frank directly, which is an excellent idea. And we just do this. You get to the right letter, though. There we are.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Get online and find out who the wingnut is that's been causing a massive problem in here. In the chat room. The genius is coming in under multiple people's names and creating all kinds of problems.
All right. I'm in the middle of cooking dinner right now.
Okay. Well, that's going to put a kibosh on that for a bit. Dinner has to come first.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. No, it's,
Yeah, I want to find out who this dickhead is.
Yeah.
deal with it appropriately.
Yeah, it would be an idea. So I don't know. Right now, people are watching. It's like, okay, that wasn't me. Like, for instance, somebody comes in, somebody will say something, and then the real person comes in and goes, wait a minute, that's not me. Right? So we're doing what we can, but damn near everybody's caught up in it.
That means the guy, in order to appear like these other people,
yeah,
he's using a different alphabet.
What do you mean he's using?
So he looks like he's this person, but he's like using a Cyrillic A or something like that you can't easily distinguish just by looking at the name.
Oh, okay.
So, well, shit. Yeah, as soon as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got.
Oh, by the way, Susan Cano says thanks, Frank.
I'm sorry?
I said Susan Cano just entered into the chat room. She says thanks, Frank.
I ain't done nothing yet.
I know, but you have agreed to come in and do something.
Yes, I have. Yeah, as soon as I can.
Yeah, Connie. Faraday is just saying no. It's the same name, same spelling, same graphics, even the same icons.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's duplicating it.
Yeah, you know how he's doing it.
Yeah, I know what he's doing. Is he, she, it.
Yeah.
It might even be a freaking bot. But I'll.
Yeah. You'll deal with it when you get done with dinner.
Yeah, I'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah. Okie doke. And I will set you up as soon as you get through the door.
All right. I'll see you as soon as I can get there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thanks, Frank.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Okay. Yeah, Frank will be in as soon as he's done getting dinner cooked. And then he says he knows exactly how to deal with it and what to look for. So as soon as he comes in, we'll pop him into moderator status and cut him loose. Well, Susan, my suspicion is that they're able to run in on multiples. But I mean, this is just annoying to say the least. But no, the fact of the matter is that what I'm doing here, and I don't have a functional intention on shutting it down. But if we can't get it sorted out, we're not making any headway anyway. Oh, okay. Well, that one we do this with. Okay. That one that made that comment, Susan. Susan, if you yourself are still in, okay, let us know. Perfect. The other one I just kicked out for the next 24 hours. I'm just, it's just a question of making certain that we get a response. Yeah, I appreciate that, Susan. And this is what I'm going to have to do is just shut them down. This may end up being an ongoing thing for a little bit. But as long as you guys can keep an eye on your own chats and do that and go, that's not me. it's a pain in the neck, and much as, it's not my doing, I'll apologize anyway. But, I will absolutely do what I can. And as soon as Frank gets back, I will drop a couple things in his lap. Because let's face it, where it comes to tech, I've run into very few that hold a candle to Frank. No offense intended to anybody. The thing, like with the newsletter I'm putting out, the next one comes out within the week. I'm just tying off a few things with it. And it literally is being put out by me only anyway. Raven, that is, oh, okay. That actually is an excellent idea. And since I don't know how to do that right offhand, okay, not while I'm live anyway. I do know how to do it once I get out and once we're done the stream. But at this point, I don't know how to do it while I'm on the stream. But once I'm off it, I'll take a look at that. But that's an excellent idea. What do we got here? Well, it certainly won't hurt there, Raven. And like I said, when I'm done this stream, I will. Yeah, Raven goes, I think that'll help. It likely will help. It certainly won't hurt. No, Connie, the ferret, I actually took a look at that. And when I go to give them a timeout, yeah, the intention there's, and the intention, oh, wait a minute. This is Wednesday. Tomorrow I won't be streaming because tomorrow's Thursday. So Thursday is actually my gaming night. So that one, no, I won't be streaming. Where are we here? We are sitting at right there. But no, the way I am trying my best. A raven, that's an interesting way of putting it. Absolutely, Ferret. And thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we are, well, we're sitting at, we're coming to a close anyway. Right. Of course, we had a half hour on the first run, and now this one. It's been an absolute pain in the neck. But, I do appreciate you guys staying with me through this mess. Just a royal pain in the neck in case you hadn't noticed. But if you're interested in getting the newsletter comes out only by request, or more to the point, gets delivered only by request. Right, and the next one comes out within the week. Because I look at the 17th to put it out, and today's the 10th. So I got a few things left to work on, and then pop it out. But if you do desire the newsletter, absolutely drop me a line, either in the comments, email. Some of you have my phone number for texting. Okay, and just make sure I've got an email to work with. At which point, I will make sure you get a copy. Oh, that's easy, Raven. And that's a good question. Yeah, Robert, on Skype works just as well. The easiest way, it doesn't matter what venue. all that is required is just a literal request for the newsletter, for positive perspectives, and an email address. That's it. It never is, never will be a cost for the newsletter. Okay, same as I will not be charging a subscription fee for here. Oh, I will have to. Where is my box? Because I have it. I know I'm behind in a couple of the new ones, but let me just check. This is how I know for certain. Let's go for Raven. Don't have you in here, that's for darn certain. All I need, Raven, is an email address to send it to. And let's see here. Take that. If you drop me either in the comments here or literally, you can send the request straight to this email. Okay. And I will absolutely add you to the list. That's the same email that is used for purchasing books, for accessing PayPal. That's how I operate. I do know I don't have a request for you here, but there's a couple I've just got today. Absolutely, Raven. Nice part is January's is already out, so that one will come by return email. February's doesn't come out until the 17th of January. And yes, the other aspect there is if you've got an article or input, even a thought process of a positive nature, send it to me. I am going to be adding, putting in, including other people's work with full credit. But to be clear, I'm not paying for any of it because I'm not charging for the email at all. Like for the newsletter. I will give full credit to wherever it comes from. Because let's face it, I didn't write it. I'm not taking credit for it. Of course, if I didn't write it, I'm also not taking blame for it. Yeah, let us see if we go in here. Yeah. Yeah. I just got a message here, and on Messenger, because the nice part about it is I get I get messages off of Facebook as well. Okay, now where is my email? There's my email. Let us check spam. Okay, well, your request, Raven, hasn't shown up just yet. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, like I said, Raven, if you've already done so, it hasn't arrived. If not, it explains why it hasn't arrived. Yeah, Susan, I will be on Friday night. You know, it's Thursday's the only night of the week that I don't go on. You know, but yeah, Friday night I will be on. You know, as the saying used to go, you know, same bat time, same bat channel. Let us see. Let's see, go to here. And, okay, so what I do here is we go there. Here we go, attach from this computer. And where are we? January 2024. And like I said, Raven, it is now on its way. You should have it momentarily. Well, yeah, it's on its way to you. January's is. February's not yet, but I'm not done with February's. So that will explain that in a hurry. Yeah. Yeah, Susan, Frank Wayne gets, as soon as he's done with dinner, he's going to come in and I'm going to cut him loose on the thing. And he knows exactly how to deal with them. Absolutely, Raven. I have no idea, Susan. I mean, let's face it. Frank can make a dead computer get up and dance, so I really have no idea how he's going to pull it off. I do know he does all sorts of weird things with computers that are absolutely bizarre. I don't even know if Frank can explain it. Oh, Frank doesn't hack. Okay, I suspect he knows how, but Frank runs security on a whole different level. But he absolutely knows how to deal with them. You know, I doubt very much Frank has any interest in doing that himself. There we go. Okay, yeah, absolutely, Frank. Whenever you're ready, I'm just going to solve the problem here and pop you in. And when you're ready, Frank, you're good to go. Now I just gotta wait for YouTube to catch up. Yeah, the other one I will be adding is whenever LA gets in here, I will pop her in as well. Now, she's already told me she's not of that caliber that Frank is. Of course, in all fairness, I've only met one person in my life that was of the caliber of computer work that Frank is. Now, with that in mind, guys, give me half a minute because I ran out of coffee. Didn't run out of hiccups, apparently. I will be right back. Okay, coffee back in hand. Yep. Well, let's face it, Susan. This cup just is nowhere near the size of the one I used to use. And you see that little guy on my cup that's being picked up, he keeps drinking my coffee. I'm blaming him. But no, there's topics that I will tangle with in the newsletter that I won't tangle with on here. Primarily because the newsletter, I actually have shall we say, free reign without having to worry about it. Now let us go back and see what we got here. Now, why that hasn't kicked in is anybody's guess. Nope, don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm just looking at what you wrote there a little earlier there, Susan. Is Frank going to deal with these nutheads? I had another word for them, but what the heck. I am doing my best to keep civil about things, but sometimes mouth gets ahead of brain. But where are we here? Let us refresh this just because I'm curious of what we're standing on. Oh, look at that. We are at 583 now. It's amazing we're actually picking up people. The sad part is that, people that are coming in, it'd be nice if people could go, this is a safe place. And it's the biggest thing that I'm looking at going, this has got to be, it cannot be, well, I could close it down, but realistically, with the massive majority of people being decent, okay, or being really good people, shutting it down because of one or two absolute dipsticks is kind of counterproductive. Las Vegas, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Hopefully your year has started off on a good note. Oh, that's why I said so. That's why I tried to anyway. I don't know if it's one or if it's multiple. I have no way of telling you that side of it. I have suspicions, but do I have any way of definitively? Absolutely, Shane. There, Frank. I appreciate it. Yeah, Storm and Shadow is absolutely going through the back end now to take a look at what the mess is. And absolutely there, Storm. Happy New Year to you too there in Las Vegas. I do know this coming summer, well, May, I have every intention on being in Reno, assuming that the governments don't lock down the borders again for some bizarre reason. Raven, welcome back. Yeah, cats needed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, cat decides that it's hungry. You feed it or they get really annoying. Kind of like fuzzy four-legged kids. No, I have every intention on being down in Reno this year, assuming they don't lock the borders. You know, so I gotta ask Raven, how many cats do you actually have? Is he still here? Oh, this was the other one. Okay, now what am I looking at here? That is what it seemed there, Raven. Oh, yeah, there was staging. Yeah, no doubt. Ever notice those little fur bags can absolutely cause havoc if they work together? I used to have, when I was still with the wife, we actually had 5 cats at the same time. 5 cats, 3 dogs, and 2 rats, all of which were rescues. But no, I am where it comes to the newsletter and you should have the newsletter there, Raven. It should be sitting in your inbox right now. Yeah, nothing. So, so is this where we get to call you the crazy cat lady or just the cat lady? I mean, personally, I like cats. You know, I don't have any in my apartment now, but I do have a couple of raccoons, a squirrel, and a whole bevy of. I've got a whole thing is called a bevy of quail that are all outside my door half the time. But no, if you guys, especially where the newsletter is concerned, yep. I mean, there's a lot of people that just all of a sudden, and to me, it's like throwing out your kid. You just don't do it. But just a point in fact, guys. If you've got an idea of what would make the stream better, or what would make the newsletter better, I will be adding pictures and what have you to the newsletter because I'm not limited on space anymore. I will eventually be sending it out as a PDF, but for the moment, it's just going the way it is. Matter of fact, I'll probably start swapping it over to a PDF in the extremely near future here. I'm not worried about a lot of things with it. Same as I've got to figure out how to turn around and do the same sort of thing with the books, making them easier to move as well. So that's something I gotta be doing this week, is calling up copyright and seeing what I gotta do to get everything in place properly. But I have a sneaking suspicion. Yeah, Raven goes, crazy cat lady. That was me 2 years ago. I've graduated. I'm now to insane cat lady. I can honestly tell you though, Raven, I've spoken to you in person, and a very good friend of mine is clinically nuts. And rest assured, you're not. Little off kilter on occasion, but I'm not one to judge. I mean, let's face it, you don't get much further off kilter than I am. But no, I will be getting a hold of copyright this week, and or at least starting to get a hold of them this week to see what I can do about getting proper copyright paperwork in place and start making it happen. Now, who, pray tell, is that? Is this a problem child you found there, Storm? Oh, okay. Well, that's one down. You know, the sad part is people that have this capacity could be so much more benefit to people and to themselves for that matter if they channel their ability in a more appropriate fashion. But then I have the same belief where it comes to psychics, psychologists, doctors, politicians. You focus your energy in the right way, you can be so much better on it. Oh, perfect, Susan. And thanks for asking there, Raven. Really tricky trying. This is why I don't know how Dave keeps track of so many. What was going on over here? What do we got? Now, go in here. Whoop. Close that. Okay. Well, I do apologize for the confusion, guys. Fortunately, I can safely say not exactly my doing. Might have been my prompting. You know, but, you know, from my standpoint, it's a question of making certain that I stand on top of things and make sure I land on them in a hurry. You know, because the fact of the matter is, it's like I think I put in my newsletter. You know, I hid. Good night, Derek. You have a good one. And thanks so much for sharing your time with us there, Derek. I really do appreciate it. And where are we here? Yeah, we've actually been on a lot longer tonight, but that's because Frank's in there doing a staggering job of trying to cure the problem. Well, I can honestly, and I know this was directed at Susan there, Raven, but I can honestly say that name certainly doesn't ring a bell for me. Yeah, that is something that somebody suggested there, Derek. And so far, I haven't had any problem on this end. But that being said, I will be contacting my virus scanner, the company that handles my virus scanner, um, as far as that goes. And with a little bit of luck, well, oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get Frank to pop into my computer once we're done the stream. And if somebody's been into it, there's no doubt he'll be able to find them. But this just reiterates that issue that I've had, that I stayed away from people for a lot of reasons, because they don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I understand what they're doing, but it does not make any sense from my standpoint to focus that much on causing a problem when you can focus your energy so much more readily on solving one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, absolutely, Derek. It's an absolute waste of time. You know, and yes, that kind of maneuver is a good way to speed things along the same road that Rome went centuries back without the IT. But the principle of the maneuvering is still the same. Absolutely, Derek. I'm not exactly going very far. Have a great night there, Derek. Somebody's putting an awful lot of work into this, and it does create an interesting question. Why? I don't know about you, but I never saw myself as being that special. You know, yeah, I seem to recall that there, Derek. Well, I'd love to say this has been fun, but it's been a lot of things, and fun ain't one of them. Although the support from you guys has been mind-bogglingly phenomenal. Absolutely agreed there, Storm. Absolutely agreed. That it wasn't, the people whose names have been targeted are not the problem. Okay. And this is why I said I was talking to Robert White. Right. I talked to him directly. And it was just blatantly obvious he had nothing to do with it. But, I look at it going, I'm just not that special. Like, I don't have all this conspiracy stuff. I mean, you could call some of what I look at as conspiracy, but I don't have the research background. I don't have the technological background. And rest assured, the stuff I've got on my computer, nobody's getting my email or my, email. Yeah, they can get into it, but they certainly can't hack my database. Absolutely, Derek. You take care and we will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, I agree. And there was a time a few years back where I literally told people if the place burns, I don't really care anymore. Since then, I've gotten a little bit different perspective because it dawned on me that a good 95% of the people on this planet are decent people trying to make things a little better. It's the other 5 to 10 that are a problem. You know, and, with that in mind, this is why, with the support I get from you guys here, this is why I continue to push. It's just a pain in the neck is all. But over the next day or two, if Frank has time, I'll get him to go in and tear my computer apart. I won't be on tomorrow night, but my throat is starting to seize. Okay. And I really do appreciate the help. But one little question, Frank. Do we well hey ow. I'm guessing, Storm, that this stream has to stay open for you to be able to function. Yeah, I wish I had a definite answer as to how to really deal with this in a hurry. But this is a world attack, and it is so far outside my wheelhouse. It's just insane. So we take a look at this. Thanks, Raven. Yeah, the reality is there's a lot of myths of confusion going on right now. I personally point the finger at whoever the jack is that's coming in and creating the problem, not at the people in here. But I do have to wonder what it is that I'm telling people that has somebody so wound up, that they're pulling this kind of maneuver. Unless it is one individual that got told the way were behaving. And we've had trolls in here before that we threw out and they never resurfaced and they just let it go. Takes an all new level of shallow to go that route. At least in my opinion. No, this is why I've got, and that, and the thing is, Raven, I'm quite willing to tell people I don't know what I'm doing with tech. I'll tell them point blank if I don't understand it, I'm not doing it anymore. There are certain people like when I let Frank take care of my own computer, I just turn it on, let him deal with it, and I don't even bother paying much attention to what he's up to. Primarily because I know he won't do anything wrong. And two, it's more of a problem him trying to explain what he's doing than it is for him to just get it done. But I think I don't think. What I'm going to do is I'm only on three social media right now. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And I am going to post a listing in there as to what is tolerated, as to what I'm willing to work with and to where the boundaries really are. Just so when people come in, they've got an idea of what they're walking into. Because this idea, I don't want to have to go through it every day and go, here's the reality. So there's got to be a way in the YouTube channel, and I did already change my password for the YouTube channel. But I'm a firm believer they can hack one, they can hack all of them. Because that's just the reality behind this kind of stupidity. So weird is kind of a relative term there, Raven. What do you mean by your chat box just did something weird? Yeah, there's an idea there, Storm. Yeah, sad part there is it does mean, with going to a subscriber only, subscriber comment only, the one that, it blocks out a lot of people, which is better than having this kind of fiasco take place. Because this is written off. We've lost dang near a week here. Where are we here? Missouri man, you're still with us. That one I have no idea. I usually chalk something like that up to a computer glitch. Of course, glitches for me and my computer are just plain normal. But you are right, Missouri. Wicked people don't have patience. Heck, I know myself, that I can get really frustrated sometimes to the point of it being physically bad for my health. My eldest son actually made the comment the other day. He says, I know you heal fast, but he says, how about if you don't die on me again? Don't die on me before I graduate. Well, he graduated, so I guess I'm clear. No, not dying anytime soon anyway. Yeah, absolutely, Raven, and that's something I'll be looking at over the net. Like, I won't be in tomorrow, right? Because, well, frankly, I never am. Curiosity about tomorrow. I require. What is that doing? Okay. Yeah. Missouri goes, hard to be angry after splitting a pile of firewood. Well, I don't rule out the possibility there, Missouri. The reality of it from my belief structure is real simple. We got free will, freedom of choice. Okay. He's got no interest in whether or not you put the effort in. You were given the free will. But I do agree. Whenever I get frustrated, it does sometimes motivate me to get up and get something done. I just don't believe that. Like me, it's real simple. I get pointed what's necessary. Yeah, no doubt. Raven goes, I now use my anger to get those tasks done that I like the least. The things I will procrastinate doing. That's not a bad idea there, Storm. I mean, clearly I'm going to have to increase security. It's a pain in the neck. Of course, I cannot continue to walk around with my head in the clouds. Yeah, we do there, Storm. Absolutely, Raven. But yeah, Storm, I've known of Susan through SOR for quite a while. Couldn't tell you years, but I can tell you that she's been around. No, in all fairness, Storm, I really don't. I don't think she's got a stream of her own, but I've never gotten a definitive answer from her. Of course, in all fairness, I've never asked her directly. You know, Raven, when she gets back, may be able to answer that one. Yeah, I unfortunately have the same answer to that. But much as I do appreciate everybody's support, um, much as I do appreciate everybody's support here, I am starting to get dizzy, which means I've got to get off this thing. I would agree, Raven. You know, the extra channel has to be. Storm, do you need this stream left running for what you're doing? What was that? Okay, that's fun. Yeah, definitely. Well, here we are. I agree, Raven. Hmm. Hmm. And there she goes. It is fascinating seeing double, but it makes it really difficult to read what I'm looking at. Well, Storm, I know that you can be at this for hours, but I don't get that option. So if you'd like, I will leave the stream run, but that's your call. Be right back. Oh, no problem. We've been having a fight with this system ever since. One of you people is going to be focusing down. It makes it easier to focus down. Oh, we've had nothing but nightmares. Yeah. Love you. Okay. Thanks, Storm. Appreciate that. And thank you so much, guys, for your incredible support tonight. Really glad you shared your time with me. You know, I'd apologize for the fiasco, but let's face it, I'm not the hacker. That being said, do take care of yourselves and each other, and for pity's sakes, stay positive.